I was listening to the Midas Touch podcast recently, and they played clips from some desperate sounding Fox News personalities. Only one I recognized was Sean Hannity. I know that high pitched, whiny voice of his anywhere. He was complaining about Governor Gavin Newsom, who is obviously getting to them with his take no prisoners, no more Mr. Nice Guy challenge to their dear leader. Hannity was particularly upset about Newsom's Trump-style hilarious tweets that make Trump look like the fool he is. But I think these Fox bros must have had an emergency meeting to figure out how to justify their accusations that Democrats, now known by them as far leftists, are responsible for Charlie Kirk's murder. And what they've come up with is that we describe them as evil while they just call us stupid. Those were the exact words from one of them. Really? That's the best you can do? When your leader says he hates us, his mini-me says they're coming after us, when they talk about jailing their political opponents or even executing them, when their masked agents are yanking people off the streets, putting them in facilities where increasing numbers of them are dying, what is a word you'd use other than evil to describe that? And when you accuse us of being responsible for an assassination because of our hateful rhetoric, when your president talks about how he hates us and is bent on revenge, tell me, where is there more inflammatory rhetoric than that? Would it be surprising if one of your unbalanced followers would hear that and decide to take matters into his own hands? The truth, of course, is that no one knows what's going to trigger a crazy person, and that in a country of 350 million people that worships guns like we do, it's not surprising that a few individual maniacs become killers. Hannity seems to think that we don't have an authoritarian regime because we haven't set up concentration camps yet and still have the freedom of speech. Well, he's working on that, Sean. Should we just wait until we no longer have the freedom of speech to speak out? Isn't that an oxymoron? Just a headline today, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has ordered virtually all of the U.S. military's top commanders worldwide to gather on short notice and without a stated reason at a Marine Corps base in Virginia next week. There might have been a time when that headline wasn't alarming, but now, with the National Guard being deployed to cities that are run by Trump's hated political opponents, the Democrats, we don't need much imagination to think of it as a meeting of the mafia or the Waffen-SS. No, Sean, we don't end up with tyranny because citizens call out evil when they see it. We get tyranny when people ignore that evil until it's too late.